In this video, we're going to go further with what we have started in the last video about establishing and opening your own salon. The next step would be about forming your salon. One of the first steps you need to do to form your own salon is to choose a legal structure. Forming a business entity can protect you from liabilities and can save you money on your taxes. And you have 4 different types of legal structures to choose from: sole proprietorship, partnership, limited liability company, and a corporation. Most salons choose LLC. This structure protects you from personal liability in the event an unfortunate slip of a scissor. LLCs are very flexible when it comes to taxes, but it can be difficult to set up. Once you have chosen your legal entity, it is time to go ahead and file a DBA, doing business as, or file your LLC papers with the state. Okay, the next step would be to go ahead and choose a business name. There are 4 questions I would recommend for you to ask yourself when it comes to deciding on a name for your business. Brainstorm about the name for your salon. You want the name for your salon to be catchy and unique, while cleverly hinting to the services you provide. However, naming a hair salon can be a really time-consuming process, because there's so many ways and many things to follow. We start with the first one. Does the salon name reflect you and your salon? Your salon name should be distinct and unique. In order to come up with the right combination that fits you, you should take enough time, you should take your real time to go ahead and think about it, more than just 2 minutes, give or take. Just think about how would you like your salon to be perceived. Classy, creative, cool. As well as what makes your salon really unique that stands out from any other salon. This could be a specific service you offer, or the story about why your salon exists in the first place. The second question you ask yourself: is your salon name intuitive that it is a hair salon? You will be using your salon names in all of your future marketing activities. And in many cases, you only have a split second to convey and communicate who you are. This is why it is vital that people could understand immediately what kind of a business you run, or you will lose their attention. But if you're trying to use a very cryptic but a cool name, you might want to consider at the end of it hair, nail, or salon, so that way people would understand what you're about. The next question that you might want to ask yourself: can you find a domain name with that name that you have just chosen? Soon after you have decided on your salon name, you're going to go ahead and try to find and establish a website as well a business email address. To do that, you need a domain name. For example, jennyshairsalon.com. Since a lot of businesses now are going online and also the domain names are going low, the numbers of available domain names are becoming fewer. This is why you might want to do a check now to see if that name that you want is available. Otherwise, you might want to adapt your name a little bit in order to find an available domain name. Most domain name sites might help you to find that domain name that's available, or otherwise even generate from the name that you put in there. They might generate for you a possible alternative domain names to choose from. But as soon as you find one that you really kind of find like, okay, I like this and this is something I could live with, try to lock it in right away and trying to go ahead and register that domain name and buy that domain name. That way it's your name and you guarantee it's not going to be, nobody else is going to be taking that away. Next question would be, what would my salon name would look like as a logo? Your salon name needs not only to sound good, but to look good as well. You don't necessarily have to finalize your salon name logo at this point, but it is a good idea to go ahead and see what your salon name would look like a logo. at this point. As you do this exercise, you might realize that certain letter type would be better than other, which could influence your final hair salon name. There are two ways to go about creating your own logo. Either you hire a salon marketing agency to do it for you, or you do it yourself. A salon marketing agency will cost you more, but it will guarantee that you would have a very nice and professional end result. However, you do not need to be a Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator super professional to come out with a beautiful, nice design on your own. Next, you will need to obtain the required licenses and permits. Ensure that you go ahead and acquire all of the licenses and permits that are required for your hair salon. There are a few licenses and permits that you would need to have and get in order to open your own hair salon. We should be thankful that this is the case, as it ensures professional knowledge and service quality to protect the client. It also keeps unserious players out of our industry. There is a variety of licenses and permits that you need, and that could vary from one state to another, from one country to another. But in general, here is some of those licenses that you would need. State cosmetology or beautician's license, salon retail seller's permit, salon business operation permit, salon business operation license, federal employer identification number, EIN, and finally, certificate of occupancy. So how many in your premises, how many people you could have, and to be certified for so many people. So you have to have that. Next would be to open your own business bank account. You would need to open a bank account for your business that is separate from your personal account, protects you from liability, and it gains you access to business account services. And to that end, I would recommend that you would go ahead and visit several banks and see what they would offer you of services for your business, as it may vary from one bank to the next. So you've got to really find out your right fit. Okay, the next point would be to get insurance for your business. Running a salon comes with a risk. Things will go wrong. Of course, there are some little things that could go wrong, and there's some major things that could go wrong. But nevertheless, it's good to have a salon insurance. And to that end, there are different types of insurances that you would need to get for your salon. A client could be walking in the salon and for whatever reason she kind of slips and she might hurt her ankle or fall and bruises her hand or her elbow. You could accidentally giving a client a wrong advice and they end up going ahead and injuring themselves. Or they misunderstand your advice and they go ahead and follow what they perceive to be the advice, and then they go ahead and injure themselves. That could come back to you as a responsible party. Or one of your staff could get injured on the job. Or you could spill some chemicals on clients' clothing or computer or smartphone. That could be not pleasant, and that you would be responsible for that as well. These could be some examples of what kind of things that could go wrong, and you as a salon owner, you would be responsible for that. So these are just some of the reasons why you would want to make sure that you have the right insurance policies to protect you and your salon. It is common to go ahead and try to look for ways to save money when you're opening your own salon. But in this instance, you want to make sure you don't want to cut corners. You do not want to save in this area. You want to make sure that you are well protected by having a very good salon insurance policy. Because by trying to save some minimal amount of money on the benefits of your insurance policy, you could go ahead and end up at the other end of the spectrum. This could cost you greatly when an unfortunate incident happens and not well covered for that is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Here are some common insurance that you will need. General liability insurance, protect claims made or caused by bodily injuries, property damage, and personal injury that happens from your salon business operations. Another one would be a commercial insurance policy. Another one would be a commercial property insurance, covers costs associated with repairs, as well as the loss of income due to damage to the property and the salon equipment. Another one would be a professional liability insurance, protects against claims that your professional advice or salon services has caused the client a financial harm. Then, workers' compensation insurance covers your employees' lost wages and medical treatment in case of injury, and that is mandatory almost by all states. And of course, you could discuss with your insurance agent to combine some of these policies together to go ahead and try to make some saving. Okay, the next thing you need to do is to go ahead and invest in a good Salon software. The right Salon software could be your best friend at the time of going ahead and establishing your own hair salon. It could help build your salon business and move it forward through built-in marketing features. And it will get you have more control over your business through the right kind of reports that your Salon software could generate. And of course, it could take care of a lot of little tasks and little details that you shouldn't be wasting so much of your time on. The Salon software will be taking care of all of these little details, like appointments and inventory management. So before you open your own doors, you need to have a good solution in place. And some of those solutions that the Salon software would help you with would be making appointments, booking online, automated text and email messages, automated marketing, inventory management, payroll management, point of sale checkout, credit card payments. But of course, there is so much more that you could get out of a Salon software.